Pro wrestlers often succumb to various life-threatening injuries, which, when fatal enough, may lead to death. I'm Emily May, and here are 5 tragic deaths in wrestling history. Number 5, Mr. Perfect. Before the era of superstars like Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins, Mr. Perfect popularized technical wrestling in WWE during the 1990s. As if that was not good enough, Mr. Perfect left an impact with his heel persona of executing several moves perfectly. After he was released from WWE in 2002, Mr. Perfect signed with TNA, and many fans wished for him to become a world champion in TNA, which he could not do in WWE. Unfortunately, before that could even happen, Mr. Perfect passed away on February 10, 2003. He was found dead in his hotel room in Tampa, Florida. He was only 44 at the time, and the autopsy report claimed that he had died of a cocaine overdose. Mr. Perfect's untimely demise sent shockwaves through the wrestling world, as apparently he seemed to be in good health just before his death. Number 4, Ashley Massaro. Ashley Massaro's death in 2019 is another instance of an untimely demise in professional wrestling. Ashley Massaro was a popular superstar back in mid-2000s. She connected well with the fans and graced the covers of popular magazines, such as the April 2007 issue of Playboy, and also appeared as herself in various music videos. Massaro would eventually ask for her release from WWE in 2008 after she cited that her daughter was sick and she needed to take care of her. On May 16, 2019, she was found unresponsive at her home in Smithstown, New York. The 39-year-old was pronounced dead on her arrival to the hospital, and most reports stated that she took her own life. Reports that came out after her death indicated that she had been struggling with depression for a long time. Number 3, Brodie Lee. Another heartbreaking death that occurred in recent memory was that of former WWE and AEW star Luke Harper, aka Brodie Lee. On December 26, 2020, Lee passed away from a rare respiratory disease known as idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis and was 41 years old at the time of his death. Following his death, AEW hosted a special memorial event called Brodie Lee's Celebration of Life on December 30th, 2020 to pay tribute to the Exalted One. Various AEW stars came together to celebrate the life of Lee, along with his son, in a heartwarming moment. After Lee's death, his son Brodie Lee Jr. was appointed as the honorary new leader of the Dark Order and was dubbed -1. Even WWE Superstars paid tribute to Brodie on social media as well as on WWE shows. We'll miss you, Brodie. Number 2, Macho Man Randy Savage. Few names have managed to be synonymous with wrestling as that of Macho Man Randy Savage's. His partnership and eventual feud with Hulk Hogan during the 1980s helped popularize WWE. Savage wrestled his last match in TNA in 2005, at which he was in his 50s. Following his retirement, Savage led a peaceful life in Florida, but on May 20, 2011, Savage met his demise after he crashed his car into a tree. Savage was behind the wheel at the time of his death, and the coroner's report indicated that he had a heart attack while driving, which caused him to lose control and crash. What's shocking is that Savage, who passed away at 58, never had any history of heart disease. Number 1, Owen Hart. The youngest member of the prestigious Hart family and brother to WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart, Owen Hart, passed away in one of the most tragic accidents in wrestling history on May 23, 1999. A shocking accident occurred during WWE's Over the Edge event, and Hart, who then wrestled under the Blue Blazer moniker, was supposed to come down to the ring via harness and a grapple line for his Intercontinental Championship match against The Godfather. Tragedy struck when the release malfunctioned, and he fell almost 80 feet before hitting a ring rope and plummeted inside the ring. The impact with the ring rope immediately severed Hart's aorta, which resulted in his instant death. He was only 34 at the time. While the King of Hearts' tragic accident did not make it to air, it was witnessed by the live crowd who were in attendance.